Namaste students. Today in metric 12th standard we are discussing the second lesson. I hope third lesson, reproductive health. Under the reproductive health, ART, assisted reproductive technology. This technology for the infertility persons who are unable to give young one. For that we have discussed already 4 technique: IUI, intrauterine insemination; IVF, in vitro fertilization, test tube babies; embryo transfer technique, ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. In such a case, we are going to continue the same ART method, some other technique also. Today we will complete this ART. Before going to ART is a lengthy topic. Many techniques are there. Many techniques like IVF. Today also we are going to discuss some technique. Each technique adapted to the infertility couple, suitable for who have particular defect. It is based on the defect of the couples. As usual, before going to this topic, we have to discuss few STD disease. Every time we are discussing few STD disease. Last class we have discussed about viral STD, I think. Bacterial STD over. I hope viral STD, genital herpes, we have completed. Now, today 3 more viral STD. Viral STD means sexually transmitted disease, the causative agent virus. Okay, take notes. Among the STD, bacterial STD, viral STD only dangerous. Simply bacterial disease to viral disease dangerous. Now, important 3 viral disease we will discuss. Genital warts, genital warts. You know the meaning genital. Genital means reproductive organ. Reproductive organ. Warts is a general word. It's not a Greek word. It's not a technical term. Warts means tumor. Tumor, especially the hard outgrowth. Hard outgrowth. Generally called tumor, a type of cancerous growth. Cancerous growth. Commonly called very hard outgrowth. In Tamil we can say it's katti. Katti. Hard outgrowth. About this part only we are going to discuss. So the title itself saying, in reproductive organ have some tumor like outgrowth. Tumor means it's a cancer, it's a kind of cancer. Cancerous outgrowth, hard one. Not soft outgrowth, hard outgrowth. Causative agent. Causative agent of this disease, HPV. HPV, human papilloma virus. Human papilloma virus. Human papilloma virus. This is much more important end point, need point. Incubation period. Every time I am saying the meaning of incubation period, the time period between the entry of pathogen and the appearances of symptoms. So incubation period Incubation period varied from one disease to another disease. In this HPV, I mean genital wart disease, the incubation period 1 to 8 months. 1 to 8 months. So when the first day, if the HPV virus, human papilloma virus, entered to the patient's body, 8th month he look alive. I mean healthy person. After the 8th month only, slowly the symptoms one by one it may comes. Let me discuss the symptoms. What are the symptoms? Because of causative agent, incubation period symptoms will vary one disease to another disease. That's why I am not made you to confuse. In order to avoid the confuse only, each topic 2 or 3 disease or 1 disease we are discussing. I don't want to make a confuse. Now, as I said in the meaning, what? Tumor, hard outgrowth. So the symptom also related to that one. That's why they kept that name. So what is the symptom? No, the tumor in external genitalia, either male or female, in the external genitalia, tumor may arise, a small outgrowth, hard outgrowth may arise. And also it arises the tumor in cervix, in woman cervix, external genitalia in both the case, male and female. And the tumor arises in perianal part. Anus means the where the is opening for large intestine to remove the excreta. Around the anal opening, that is called perianal. Peri means around. Around the anus opening, a small outgrowth, tumor may cause. That's all about genital warts. So genital wart, the meaning of genital means reproductive organ. Warts, tumor or hard outgrowth. Causative agent, HPV, human papilloma virus. Incubation period 1 to 8 months. Symptoms, tumor in external genitalia, tumor in the case of cervix, tumor in perianal part. Okay. One more, viral disease. Already we have discussed one viral disease in last episode itself, I hope. Genital herpes. Now genital warts over. Now hepatitis, much more important disease, hepatitis B. Frequently asked 3 mark question also. Hepatitis B. Generally, we can pronounce hepatitis or hepatitis, both same only. The meaning of hepatitis means hepatic cell. Hepatic cell. Hepatic cell present in the liver cell. If the word ends with TIS, means damage, inflammation. Inflammation means enlarged. If the cell enlarged, what will be happen? Damage. Entire liver damage occurs. That is called liver cirrhosis. Liver cirrhosis. Part of the liver organ become damaged. B. Many kind of viruses are there. For causative agent of hepatitis, hepatitis A, B, C. Based on the virus, the name also given to the disease name. So this this disease causative agent name also says hepatitis B virus, generally called HBV, hepatitis B virus. A virus also there, C virus also there, but among the A, B, C, the B is much more dangerous. That's why they kept in your syllabus. Virus time to time it changes external protein code. That's why it's very difficult to produce our immunity, very difficult to find out the vaccine and medicine, especially the recent pandemic also. Now, HPV is different. Just now we have discussed HPV. This is different from HBV. HPV, human papilloma virus, is a causative agent of genital wart. HBV, hepatitis B virus, causative agent of hepatitis B. Right? Incubation period for this virus 1 month, 30 to 80 days. 1 month to more than 2 months. 2.5 months we can say. Now, symptoms. As I said, it affects the liver. In severe cases, if the patient not undergo any treatment, first initially it causes mild symptoms. Where is the location of liver? The liver is present inside our stomach, in the abdominal region. So, first symptom, it causes the fever. It starts with the fever, then rashes appears. Rashes means itching sensation with a rectal rash. Then it starts with the stomach pain. Start with stomach pain. Why? Because liver present inside the stomach. Now when the stomach pain comes, what is the meaning? That liver slowly damaged by HBV virus. All the pathogen, when it entered to the body of the human being, it find out a suitable place where the food available, where the more safest place is available, where there is no attack of immunity. For the HPV virus, that place differ from one pathogen to another pathogen. In this case, the HPV virus, it attacks the liver cell because the content, it eats the content. Which content? The liver cell, hepatic cell. So hepatic cell damage. When it causes the damage, the patient feels stomach pain. Then he feels somewhat fatigue, tiredness. Fatigue means tiredness. Fatigue. Then it causes, so this and all primary symptoms, mild symptoms, slowly it started. Then it causes, in severe condition, jaundice. Then, as I said already, liver cirrhosis. Cirrhosis means damage. The part of the liver become damaged. Liver is like this. Inside, gallbladder. The part of the liver, everything becomes spoiled. The cell, hepatic cell and all bulged and damaged because inside each cell having a lot of pathogen, lot of HPV virus. It eats the content and damage it. That is called the maximum part of the liver. If it is damaged, that is called liver cirrhosis. Then the total liver function becomes stopped. That we can say liver failure, like a kidney failure. This is liver failure. Liver failure. These are all the symptoms. So hepatitis B is a viral HDV. It is causative agent also HBV. Incubation period 30 to 80 days. The symptoms start from fever, then rashes, then stomach pain, fatigue, tiredness, jaundice, liver cirrhosis, liver failure. Now, the much more important disease, AIDS. That also the dangerous disease. But nowadays, AIDS is a much more dangerous disease. Oh, sorry. We know that. Everybody we know that. You might have learned about the AIDS in your lower class, I hope. But nowadays, when we come across the recent coronavirus, even AIDS also, the people are thinking it's not that much dangerous than corona, right? AIDS. I hope you know the definite expansion of AIDS. Acquired acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired means gathered. Immune deficiency. Immunity become reduced. Syndrome means it causes lot of disease. You know the causative agent. Causative agent of the AIDS, HIV. Human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. Same, human immunodeficiency, single F. Deficiency syndrome, here for the expansion of AIDS. That here you have to use the word human immunodeficiency virus. That virus only reduce the immune deficiency, so called acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. What is the meaning of acquired after birth? It's not a genetic disease. Genetic disease only come from our birth onwards. There are incubation period. This one only, still the medical world are wondering about the incubation period of AIDS. For some person, it comes within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks. Approximately 2 to 6 weeks. But for some person, more than 10 years. 10 years. 10 years they look healthy. After that only the symptoms will appear. If he gone for the medical test, they may said that HIV positive. So what is the important symptoms? And they said it affect the deficiency of immunity. Immunity and all produced by lymph node. Lymph in our body, lot of lymph nodes are there. More than 600 lymph node. That lymph node and all become enlarged. That's the first symptoms. Enlargement of lymph node. Enlargement of lymph node. Prolonged fever. Prolonged fever. Prolonged cough and prolonged diarrhea. Prolonged diarrhea. I hope you may know about diarrhea. Weight loss. 10% of the total body weight will become loss. Loss of body weight. Reduce the body weight. During night, they may get sweating, more sweating. Night sweating. Night sweat. These are all the symptoms. When they not take the treatment, the total immunity becomes loss. So other disease will come, the patient will die. This AIDS, expansion acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, causative agent HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, incubation period 2 to 6 weeks for some person, and it may expand more than 10 years also. Enlargement of lymph node, the symptoms are enlargement of lymph node, prolonged fever, prolonged diarrhea, loss of body weight more than 10%, and during night more sweating. Enough. So far in STD disease, bacterial disease over, viral disease over. Right? Some more diseases are there, fungal and protozoan disease, that we will discuss on further classes. Now let me discuss about in this video main topic. Main topic ART, assisted reproductive technology. Assisted reproductive technology. That assisted reproductive technology is an artificial one. Some part of the reproductive process occurs in the laboratory. That's why they kept the name technology. Assist, help to the couples who have infertility. IVF method we have discussed. What is the procedure of IVF? From that we will start. What they are doing IVF? IVF, in vitro fertilization. This one only commonly called test tube babies. Test tube babies. First, from the woman, they will give HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. They will inject the hormone. For what purpose? Induce the egg production in the ovary. So if they injected that hormone, the egg production will be more in the ovary. Then they will do a minor surgery, a small incision in the hip region, small incision, with the help of anesthesia. The patient won't feel pain. With the help of ultrasound guide, they will take the egg, that is called egg retrieval. Egg retrieval. That means removal of egg from the ovary. Now they remove the egg. This and all already we have discussed. But further what we are going to discuss today also, that procedure is same. Last one step only differ from each technique. Now they remove the egg. Where they have to keep? They remove from the body. They remove from the ovary. They remove out from the body. Immediately it will die. So in order to protect, they have to keep it in the medium. They protect the egg in the special medium. Now, not only one egg, many egg they will take. Many egg, lot of egg. They have to preserve, cryopreservation. Because this and all costliest method, each time they cannot do the surgery to the female to take the egg. So at the time, many egg they are taking. Now, the egg surrounded by many layers, many small outer layer, corona radiata, granulosa cells, that and all removed. That is called striped. Striped out the extra cells. Only egg, empty egg, they kept in the medium. Simultaneously, this is they collected from the female partner in the couples. From the male, I mean from the husband, they are collecting the sperm. That sperm also they preserved in the medium. They preserved in the medium. Because when it comes out, it will die. When it is present inside the body, it is alive. Now, both sperm also they are taking lot of sperm. Because for fertilize the one egg, 10,000 to 1 lakh of sperm required. So how many eggs they remove that much into 10 lakhs, this they multiply how much, that much sperm they may take. Now what they will do, they fertilize the both the medium, just they mix the medium, one test tube have a egg, another test tube have a sperm, just they will mix it into the another medium. So what will be happen, the fertilization occurs. That fertilization occur in a test tube. Test tube means what? The test tube present in the medium, that means some chemical, whatever the condition present inside the woman's body, in the fallopian tube, because fallopian tube only the fertilization occurs. But here the fertilization occur outside the body, that's why it is called IVF, in vitro fertilization. In vitro means outside, in the laboratory. Now when it comes in the 8th cell stage, after fertilization over, the zygote will develop, zygote undergo cleavage. One zygote divided into 2 cell, 4 cell. When it reaches the 8th cell, that we can call it as an embryo. So the 8th cell stage, when it comes, up to 8th cell stage, it is present outside only. When the 8th cell stage comes, they kept inside the uterus. Then further development in the uterus, it gets implanted, further development occurs. So this is the fallopian tube, it's a uterus, the cervix, vagina. Now in the 8th cell stage, this endometrium, here they kept in 8th cell stage. If they kept the embryo in 8th cell stage, that is called IVF. If they kept the egg, for some women, if they kept the egg in 8th cell stage, then the endometrium get attached, I mean implantation occurs, then further process it develops a fetus, further process occurs, depends on the problem of the woman. But for some women, no, if we keep the 8th cell stage also, the endometrium cannot get implanted. That's why fertilization not occur. We are discussing infertility women now, how to help to the infertility couples. For some women, it is possible. 8th cell stage itself, remaining process under naturally. For some women, it won't help. That uterus not capable. For that, they keep it further division. After 8th cell, 16 cell, then 32 cell, then 64 cell. If they keep it more than 8th cell stage, it depends on the problem of the uterus of woman. For some women 8th cell stage, for some women 16, for some women 32, for some women 64. Everything together called ET. ET means embryo transfer technique. This one already we discussed. And then why you explain again, sir? Further, today we are going to discuss now. Same thing only, the last step, this step only will be different. Come. Up to this much we have already discussed. Today we are going to discuss about intrauterine transfer. One more technique is called intrauterine transfer. If it is kept the 8 cell stage, that is IVF. More than 8 cell stage, that is ET, I said. Among the ET, one of the method only intrauterine transfer. Actually, in NCERT book given ET more than 8 cell stage, for intrauterine transfer 32 cell stage they given, but in your book not given. In your book, so we should not do any correction because you are going to write the board exam. What is there in the book, you have to write, whether it is right or wrong. If it is wrong also, you have to write as wrong, then only it's correct in the final examination. In your book, what is given, no, for what definition given in the ET, same definition only given in the IUT, intrauterine transfer. So what is the definition according to your textbook? Transfer of more than 8 cell or blastomeres, same only, more than 8 celled embryo into uterus is called intrauterine transfer. For ET also same definition. But what is the real things, no? You should remember everything ET only. If we more than 8 cell stage, if we kept inside the uterus, that is ET. But out of the under the ET, if we kept 16 cell stage, one technical term is there. 32 cell stage, one technical term. 64 cell stage, one technical term. Up to 100 cell. After 100 cell, it comes morula. Up to that much and all, ET not there. Up to 64 cell stage only. But 32 cell stage only IUT. But in your book, both definition given as the same. You also write. What is given in your book? Same definition you write. But you should remember it. Don't make confused, sir. Here also same definition, here also same definition. Don't make confused. IUT is a part of ET. Clear? Here also you write more than 8 cell stage. Next one. ZIFT. So this one I will rub it now because you know the procedure. I will rub it now. Okay. Now, for IUT, more than 8 cell stage they are keeping inside the uterus for the woman. That means what? That woman have the problem in the uterus. The uterus not get implanted. That's why fertilization also they are doing outside. Still more than 8 cell stage development of embryo also they are doing outside, right? Now, one more technique, ART technique we are going to discuss, gamete intrafallopian transfer, GIFT. Gamete intrafallopian transfer. Gamete intrafallopian transfer. Like that, one things we have discussed in last episode, that is GIFT. Both differ. This is zygote intrafallopian transfer. This is gamete. Gamete differ from zygote. Especially here the meaning of gamete. Gamete means either sperm or ovum, but here the meaning of gamete means ovum. ovum. This technique to whom it is helpful? No? For some women, the ovary, here ovary is there, no? Two ovary, a pair of ovary cannot produce egg. It does not produce egg for some women, for some infertile women. The two ovary cannot produce egg. If they inject the HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin also, the ovary does not produce egg. But they need baby. What we have to do? Donor, helper. Now what they are doing from the donor, see this one, patient, P for patient, infertility woman who are unable to produce egg. Here donor. From the donor ovary, they collect the egg. They collect the egg. That egg kept in the fallopian tube. Whose egg? Donor egg. Now they will collect the, before, along with not only egg, along with the sperm also, they collect the sperm from the husband. From the husband, they collect the sperm. So along with the sperm also, they kept inside. Because the problem is that patient, I mean the infertility woman, the ovary cannot produce egg, that's all. So they are collecting the egg from the donor. So donor egg along with the sperm, they kept inside the fallopian tube. Why? After keeping egg, if they ask them to go for the ordinary natural coitus, before that the egg will die. Correct? So for that purpose, they collect the sperm from the husband, they collect the egg from the donor. Simultaneously, both they kept inside the fallopian tube. For fertilization, remember it. Simultaneously, egg has to reach the ampulla, sperm also should reach the ampulla. Then only fertilization occurs. Fertilization occurs. So how to define gamete intrafallopian transfer? Means the ovum from the donor transfer into fallopian tube of the female. Which female? The patient. So what is the procedure? They are collecting the ovum from the ovary of the donor. They are collecting the sperm from the husband. And both are, I mean the sperm and the ovum. Here there is no IVF. They are not performing fertilization outside the body. Just they are collecting the egg outside the body from the donor. Both, from husband and donor. Then the both ovum and the egg kept inside the, along with the sperm and the egg, they kept inside the fallopian tube. Then further and all remaining part of fallopian tube, uterus and all normal to the woman. Then it undergo fertilization, undergo zygote, then cleavage, then embryo form, it get implanted, then fetus will develop. Further development naturally will occur. Clear? This is the problem to the woman. It have the uterus problem. The uterus cannot get attached to the 8 cell staged embryo. That's why they are keeping more than 8 cell staged embryo. Here the gift for the infertile woman who unable to produce the egg. So the ART technique and all depends on problem of the couples. All the technique they won't perform to all persons. First they will analyze what's the problem in the woman or men. Men also have a problem. That also we will discuss. Okay, next one. For some women, no, everything become normal. Everything normal. The ovary produce the egg. Fallopian tube, within the fallopian tube, fertilization may occur. Fallopian tube normal. Uterus also normal. It gets implanted. But the problem is, they produce, some women, some infertile women produce the hard egg. What is the meaning of hard egg? No? The outer covering of the egg. Outer, many coverings are there. Already we have discussed in first lesson. Many granulosa cell with many layers. This cell, one granulosa cell to another granulosa cell, the cementing substance, hyaluronidase, hyaluronic acid. So this substance and all very hard. When the sperm touch it, the head of the sperm have a acrosomes. It have a hyaluronidase enzyme. That hyaluronidase enzyme break down the hyaluronic acid, the cementing substance, then it break down, then the sperm enter inside. This is natural process. This is natural process. But for some women, what will be happen? No, this cementing substance is so hard, very very hard. So the sperm unable to enter. That hyaluronidase enzyme unable to break down. Remaining part everything correct, normal. For those women, what type of ART? Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. What is the problem? The sperm unable to enter, that only the problem. So that they can do in artificially. What they will do? They will collect the egg from the wife, female partner. They collect the sperm, only single sperm, from the male partner. Directly the single sperm inject inside the cytoplasm of the egg. They will pierce it and inject the sperm. So definition and all you see in your book. So how to write? The single sperm inject directly to the focus point of the egg. Note it down. The single sperm directly inject into the focus point of the egg. What is a focus point? This one only focus point. The cytoplasmic. Egg, the sperm has to enter inside the cytoplasm. Why this protection? No, in order to avoid the many sperm. Polyspermy should not allow. For that only this protection. But due to hardest, even one sperm also unable to enter. So for this is the procedure. Okay, now they injected inside the cytoplasm. Now what they will do? No? That zygote kept in the medium, up to 8 cell stage. Now they follow that IVF method. They collect the egg from the donor, from the wife. They collect the sperm from the husband of infertile couples. Directly inject a single sperm inject directly to the cytoplasm. Then it becomes fertilized. They kept inside the medium, suitable medium. It undergo cleavage and produce a 8 cell stage embryo. That 8 cell staged embryo kept inside the uterus. Then further normal procedure will occur. Clear? So 3 part over. IUT, intrauterine transfer, GIST, Gamete intrafallopian transfer. Then third one, intracytoplasmic sperm ejection. Everything much more important. Now, for some women not capable of holding the baby, holding the infant inside the uterus, that's a problem. Maximum, some infertile women have uterus problem, even 8 cell stage or 16 cell stage, more than 100 cell stage if we kept also, it gets not implanted. It won't develop as a baby. But they can produce the egg. They can produce the egg. The problem is in the uterus. Uterus cannot support the development of infant. What they have to do? They have to go for, like here one donor, they helped to give the egg, no? But here the problem is not from the ovary. Uterus is the problem. It cannot hold the pregnancy, infant. So here the next technique is termed as surrogacy. Surrogacy mother, you might have heard the term surrogacy. What's that? Consider this a patient. Donor. Which donor? No. Which donor? Uterus donor. This is the patient. Patient, female patient. Male patient. Those are parent. Couple we can say parent. After the delivery of the baby we can say parent. Now they are collecting the what? Egg. From whom? To the wife of the couple, infertile couple. They are collecting the sperm from the male partner. Everything, the fertilization done according to IVF method. Fertilization outside in the laboratory. Till 8th cell stage. 8 cell stage. This procedure according to IVF. That's why in this section I have discussed once again IVF method. Finally, what they will do in the IVF, this 8 cell stage they kept inside the uterus of the wife, the female partner. But here the wife have the problem. The female partner have a problem. What problem? That uterus unable to pregnant, conceive, unable to hold the pregnancy. Pregnancy means the period only pregnancy. The 280 days the zygote develop 8-celled embryo, 280 days should be stay inside the uterus to develop as an infant. That capability not there in the woman. So now what they will do? This 8-cell stage embryo they kept inside the donor uterus. Donor uterus. So here the 3 persons are involving. So how to define those person only called surrogacy mother. Surrogacy mother. This is a real mother. This is surrogacy mother. What is the duty of surrogacy mother? The surrogate mother duty only for pregnancy. Carry the pregnancy. After delivery, the surrogacy mother should donate the infant to the real parent. These are all the real parent. Why we call it as a real parent? According to law, They have only given egg and sperm. Here only the rendered mother. I mean, sorry for to use the term, surrogacy mother. So okay, how to define? How to define? The definition. It is a part of ART. It's a part of ART. Why? Because they are following IVF method. In outside the body, they are helping to the couple, infertile couple, to give the baby. But according to legal, it is an agreement. It's a agreement with two person. With two person. What are the two person? Agreement to the woman who can agree to carry the pregnancy. Carry the pregnancy. Carry the pregnancy means this 8 cell stage. Carry the pregnancy. Agreement. Both person agreement. In that person, woman. Here, what is that woman? No, the surrogate mother woman. Can agree. They have to sign, both the parent and the woman. Carry the pregnancy with the parent, who can become a real parent after delivery of the infant. That's the definition. What they are doing? Procedure: collect the egg from the female, collect the sperm from the male, fertilization outside the body, IVF method, till 8 cell stage. Then they transfer the 8 cell stage embryo to uterus of the donor, surrogate mother. Clear? It's much more important part. You have to understand the concept. So far we have discussed female problem, female infertility ART technique. Male, one important problem is that for male infertility, what? Out of the 100 male, 1%, they cannot produce the sperm. Even in many times ejaculation of semen, the semen may not have even single sperm. That is called azoospermia. Azoospermia. That means absence of sperm in the ejaculated semen. Ejaculated semen. Semen means fluid. The seminal gland, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, producing that fluid only semen. In that semen, the sperm should be present. Normally, millions. But even there is no less than one sperm, or if there is no sperm, means that is azoospermia. For that men, what the ART method is following? Old traditional method is there. They may collect the many sperm, daily some sperm. It's traditional biopsy method. That one not discussed in your book. Advanced method they have mentioned. That is called microtesticular sperm extraction. Microtesticular sperm extraction. What they will do in that one, they may do this is scrotum, this is a testis. Inside the testis, many testicular lobe. Inside the testicular lobe, seminiferous tubules. The procedure you can see in your book. Just you listen, I will explain. They will do the small, see the term, microtesticular sperm injection. Micro means surgery, a small surgery, minor surgery. That's why they use the term micro. They may cut in the middle of the scrotum, minor surgery in the middle of the scrotum. The scrotum, they will cut it. Then they will find out either one or two testicular lobuli. Within the 200 to 250 testicular lobulus are there. So small incision only, now through the small incision they will find what? With the help of microscope they will observe the either one or two testicular lobe. Within the testicular lobe they will dilate the seminiferous tubules. Dilate means, see, these are seminiferous tubules. Dilate means expand, because inside the seminiferous tubules the layer only produce the sperm. Already we have discussed Leydig cells, Sertoli cells and all. Now they may dilate it. The dilated area they will observe under the microscope. Some area can capable of produce sperm. This and all to whom they are doing? To the husband who have a azoospermia, unable to produce the sperm, or very less number, less than 10%. But they may cut the insertion and a small area of the tissue, Which tissue? The testicular tissue. Testicular tissue means what? The seminiferous tubules, a small portion is called testicular portion. They will cut and remove. That is called extraction, not sperm. They will cut and remove the small area, which area of the seminiferous tubules capable of produce the sperm. Then that part, the small area, that part, in the laboratory, they may give some inducer, chemicals to produce the sperm. That sperm, they used to fertilize the egg. That's a procedure. So this is the microtesticular sperm extraction, is the ART technique to who can produce azoospermia. Less than 10% of sperm per 2 ejaculation. It is common out of 1% of the infertile male. What they will do? A small incision, cut in the scrotum, middle of the scrotum. They will find the 1 or 2 testicular lobulus, then dilate, expand the seminiferous tubules. Small area, piece of testicular tissue, they removed. In the laboratory, under suitable condition, under suitable inducer, they induce the production of sperm. That sperm used for fertilization. So today ART, all the technique over. Remaining next 1 or 2 videos, this lesson will get over. Thank you.